Okay. Another type of vector is known as the binary vector. This binary vector also contains two plasmids. So we have a disarmed tDNA plasmid without the Vir region. Disarmed means you know that it is not carrying the oncogenes, but it has the transfer DNA and it has a left border and the right border. Along with it, it has neomycin resistant antibiotics and kanamycin resistant antibiotics. Our second plasmid is having only the Vir gene, that is the plasmid with Vir region but without any transfer DNA. So your disarmed plasmid, it is maintained in the E. coli, and your Vir gene plasmid, it is maintained in your agrobacterium. Now, the very word binary vector, okay, it is particularly used for your tDNA. When we say binary vector, this word particularly applies for the tDNA, binary vector. Whereas your plasmid, which is carrying the Vir gene, is always called as helper vector. So this is one of the standard tools to bring about transformation in higher plants mediated by using agrobacterium. Earlier, scientists had a perception that agrobacterium can infect only dicotyledons plant, but most of our crop plants are monocotyledons. But today we know that agrobacterium can infect not only dicotyledons but also monocotyledons. So this binary vector, we have tDNA, which consists of the left border and the right border, and antibiotic resistant region, that is your kanamycin and neomycin. This is known as primary vector. And then we have another vector or the plasmid, which is called as the helper vector, which has only the Vir gene. So what is the function of the Vir gene? We told that the function of the Vir gene is to help our transfer vector to get integrated into a plant of interest. So always remember, students, your disarmed do not contain the oncogenes, that is your auxin and cytokinin. And one very good example of your disarmed plasmid is BIN19. Okay. So, and another example for your helper gene is plasmid PAL4404. This is all genetically modified by your scientist in the laboratory. So what they do is, together they perform the insertion of your transgene from the agrobacterium into your plant of interest. First, what the scientists do is they create these two type of bacteria, the plasmid, that is your helper plasmid and your binary vector plasmid. And after that, what they do is they will replicate this respective plasmid in the bacteria. Your binary vector plasmid, which is carrying your tDNA, is replicated or it is maintained in E. coli. Whereas your helper bacteria, which is carrying the Vir gene, is maintained in agrobacterium. Okay. After it has been maintained and replicated in the in the respective microorganism, whether it is E. coli or agrobacterium, then both the plasmids, that is your tDNA, which was present in the E. coli, is now transferred and maintained in the agrobacterium. So your agrobacterium is now modified. Why it is modified means it has two plasmid. One plasmid consisting of the helper plasmid and another containing the binary vector. This tDNA or your binary vector, it is also called as mini, okay, MINI, mini tDNA, or it is also called as micro, okay, it is also called as micro tDNA. This is the another name. So it has binary vector. It usually refers to tDNA, but binary means actually it is two vectors, but particularly they call this as a binary vector. The other name it has is the mini tDNA or micro tDNA. Now, once again, as you did it for your co-integrative vector, the next step is the selection. So we are adding this agrobacterium. We don't know whether it is being transformed or it is untransformed. Whatever may be, we take all the manipulated agrobacterium and put it into a media which is containing the kanamycin. So your kanamycin is acting as a selectable marker. The next step is same as you did it in your co-integrative vector. We take a plant of interest. We don't take the complete plant. Instead of that, we take a explant. Explant, you know that it is a part or a piece of your whole plant. So from this explant, we isolate the single cells. After we have isolated the single cell, we put it into a media containing your transformed agrobacteria. What is a transformed agrobacterium means? If your agrobacterium is able to grow in a selective media containing kanamycin, it indicates that it is being transformed. It is containing both the plasmids. It is containing your tDNA and also the Vir. Okay. So after we have identified which are those bacteria which have been transformed, we take only those transformed bacteria, we put it into a media, and also we put your single cells also. So next step, what happens is your Vir gene induces the transfer of your DNA insert into your plant cell. So this is your Vir gene. Okay, so this Vir gene, what it will do is, it will allow this tDNA to get integrated into your plant cell. So the plant cell will have the DNA insert, and also it will be having the neomycin resistant gene or even the kanamycin, whatever we used. And that transformed cell along with non-transformed cell too. What I mean to tell is, now you have incubated your plant cell with the transformed agrobacteria, and you have added them into, next step is to add them into a media containing neomycin, not the kanamycin. Kanamycin, we have used it already. So what happens is, the Vir gene will help your tDNA to get integrated into your plant cell. Okay, if you create any wound in your plant cell, what happens? It sends a signal. Your plant cell will send a signal which attracts your agrobacterium towards that plant cell. And then what happens? Your agrobacterium will get integrated into your plant genome. Now, what type of agrobacterium is getting integrated? It is the binary vector plasmid, which is having both the DNA or both the plasmid. So the next step is the above cells are then incubated with the neomycin marker, which will select only those that are resistant to neomycin. In other words, you are selecting only the transformed cell. Only the transformed cell, if they are being transformed or transgenic plant, only they will carry the neomycin. So now automatically what happens is these cells are easily selectable from your neomycin media, because other cells will not grow at all. They will be destroyed. They will be killed by the neomycin antibiotic. This is a simple procedure to show the entire experiment. See, this is your plant of interest. I want to modify this plant with a new gene. So what will I do is, I will take the explant. Here, for example, they have taken the leaf disc. Okay. The leaf disc is incubated in the genetically engineered agrobacterium for 24 hours. Remember, these are your modified agrobacterium. It can contain either your co-integrative vector or binary vector. Okay, so you integrate your plant cell along with this agrobacterium. Then you put it into a selection media. Selection media only allows the plant cell that have acquired the DNA from the bacterium to proliferate. Other plant cells will not grow. So next, you induce the shoot. How you induce the shoot? By adding the cytokinin. Then you can induce the root by adding the auxin. Then it will develop into a new plant. This new plant will carry your foreign gene. From where did it get the foreign gene? It got the foreign gene from the agrobacterium. Either of the two vectors which you have used. This is the experiment how they do it. So this is the shoot, because we are inducing the shoot, then transfer the shoot to the root inducing media, then the root is formed and grow the rooted plant in the pot. After it is carrying all the positive trait, you grow it in the greenhouse. Keep a check on your plant to see whether that is actually carrying your transformed gene, and then you can go for commercialization. Sometimes what they do is, the explants can be transferred into shoot-inducing media, as I told you, containing carbapenicillin. So carbapenicillin is another antibiotic which will kill off your agrobacterium. Okay, so what it means to tell is, you have your explant and you have your agrobacterium. What type of agrobacterium? Transformed agrobacterium. So this transformed agrobacterium, what it is doing, it is sending only its plasmid. Okay, only the plasmid will enter into your explant. Will the entire agrobacterium it's getting into your plant? No, it is only the plasmid which is entering. So it is the plasmid which has been modified, not your entire agrobacterium. So if the scientists do not want your agrobacterium, then they can use this carbapenicillin and kill off the agrobacterium, because we anyhow know that our transformed plasmid has entered into the explant and we no more need this agrobacterium at all. So we can kill it off. So the shoots are separated and transferred to the root inducing media, and finally after a few weeks,